So we are now live.
Hello.
Wait a minute.
What are you doing? Don't touch my computer.
Your computer.
My name is Walter Concrete, and this is Ed Sullivan. Say hi, Ed Sullivan. Just kidding. My name is Dustin with Ghost Media Entertainment. This is Zelda. If you've seen our interviews before, we're super goofy, super weird, but we love hanging out, talking music, and just having fun. So we are here today. We are here today with the band From the Tides. We just got a couple of the guys on today. You guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves real quick?
Absolutely. So my name is Alex, and I play bass and sing clean vocals for From the Tides.
And I'm Rob. I do all of the screamy stuff.
That's right.
She's usually the one doing all the screamy stuff.
Heck yeah.
You should show me your new trick.
Metal.
You learned just kidding. It's disgusting. She taught herself how to force herself to burp. So
I already know how to force myself.
okay, well, we interviewed another company called Musical Misfit. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them or not, but they do a lot of podcasts, and they're a promotion company as well. And we sat here for like 10 minutes before the interview, and she's just like burping into the microphone. I'm like, dude, what are you? But yeah, let's start off. Why don't you guys tell us about the band and how you guys got started?
Yeah, I mean, so like I think I can speak for most of us when we say that I think all of us were kind of on the edge of just quitting music altogether. And then our guitarist Jess and our other guitarist Corey, they got together, and then they found me and Dylan, our drummer, couple weeks later, I think it was.
How did they find you guys again?
Social media. We had like, I was going to go one more time. I was like, whatever, I'll try one more time to get some music going. Put some ads out on social media, all the places that you can think of. And I think it was like 2 days after I posted it, they called me and they're like, hey, we've got this project we want to do. I was like, all right. So me and Dylan went and tried out the same day. They sent us 4 songs. They said, write your own lyrics to a song, and we'll just practice it. So we got together. We played through one of our songs. Actually, it was the One Last Breath, the one we just released.
Yeah.
That was our first song we played with each other, and it went so well that we kind of all looked at it and went, yeah, this is going to be a thing. And we joined, and that was May of last year. And then you joined
Around August, right?
August,
Something like that.
yeah. I kept putting out like, we need a bass player, all this stuff. Apparently we had been friends on Facebook for years, but
It's funny how that works.
Yeah.
We played shows. We played shows together in previous bands.
We were band adjacent.
Yeah, we just didn't know each other that well. And he hit me up when he was like, you still looking for a bassist? And I was like, absolutely. Yes, we are. And then you joined in August, and we had to get you up to speed in 2 months.
Yeah, and that was probably the hardest part, because I had to learn all the parts, and then also we were still solidifying a lot of the choruses. And so when I took over the clean vocals, there was a long process of practicing over and over. We had a lot of practices before that time. It was August. Our first show was in October. So that was only like a 2-month stretch of us trying to gel, figure out who we are as a band. And some of that was still happening over the last year, of course, kind of solidifying who we are as a band. But then that first show went off without a hitch, and then no looking back after that. It's been great. Yeah.
And
I say you guys are doing an amazing job. We were listening. So on the way, so my wife works, she's only about 20, 30 minutes away. And so I took all the kids to pick her up and came back or whatever. And we were listening to the 3 songs you have on Spotify. I think it was 3, right?
yeah, 3. Yeah.
But we started off with the newest song. Remind me the name. My memory is absolutely terrible. What's the name of the new song?
The new one's One Last Breath.
One Last Breath. That's right. And so I'm looking at the kids in the rearview mirror, and I'm like, and they're all smiling, doing this. It was a good time. But yeah, it was awesome. We love the new song. I actually threw it up on the playlist. I believe I put it in like the 5th or 6th spot, somewhere around there.
Awesome.
So you're up there with bands like Face Yourself, which is really up and coming band that is doing phenomenal things. Diamonds to Dust. There's a band called Null, Null, that we just interviewed. They're doing some amazing work. So you guys are up there in the top with those guys. Not Noel, not like our last name. Null, like Null, like null and void. You'll learn it when you grow up. When you're older than 6.
Said the same word as I did.
You pronounced it different.
No.
Null. Yep. I guess they are the same word. I'm surprised nobody's ever accidentally spelled our name the wrong way. Null.
People at my old school spelled our name like N-O.
Yeah, they always miss an L.
Yeah.
But anyways. But yeah, so that's our last name is Noel. So walk us through the writing process. I know you guys are still, you guys are at the point now you just said where you're finally comfortable. You guys are meshing well and doing all of that, but you are going through writing One Last Breath while you were still trying to figure out what you'd like to do. Can you walk us through the writing process as you're trying to intermingle and figure out where you want to go?
Yeah, you want to take that one?
Yes. The writing process generally starts off with guitars or like a beat, and sometimes those two will kind of gel first, where you get the drummer in there, Dylan, with our 2 guitarists. They come up with this sick riff, and sometimes it just evolves after that, just instrumentally with no vocals. And sometimes Robert or I will hear something and we'll jump right in, and it kind of is more of a in the moment collaboration. So it kind of happens both ways, but generally the way that it's happened with One Last Breath and with other songs is that a lot of the guitars are kind of already written by our guitarists and such. And then we jump in and we hear melodies and we just kind of put those in after the fact and kind of see what gels best. And a lot of the times that's been working out well for us, I think. Yeah,
a lot of it's spur of the moment stuff. Even the guitars will be done, but when we start throwing vocals in and other stuff, it's like, oh, we can move that a little bit and make it a little bit different. And yeah,
a lot of changes happen once the vocals are laid down, for sure.
Yeah
Absolutely. Yeah, we actually hear that a lot. It's like you get the final product done and then you're like, nah, we need to add this, and this. And then it just makes it so much more better. Much more better. So much better. Words are hard.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened with One Last Breath. In fact, the ending of the song, the big breakdown at the end of that song, wasn't there until we were in the studio. And we were recording it. And I was kind of hearing something in my head, and I said, I think this song's calling for something, and I think it's a massive breakdown. Let's try this. And we laid it down, and almost immediately we just looked at each other and said, yeah, that's how the song is.
Yeah, I totally feel that. The worst part about being in love with music and doing everything that I do and not actually having the time when I was younger to actually pick up an instrument. Like I play drums a little bit. I can play basic chords on guitar. I can play your basic bass notes and stuff like that. But sometimes I will get a song in my head that I've created in my head and I can't put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Not like you guys can. So I'm like super jealous of musicians 90% of the time because I constantly have music in my head all the time. It's weird.
I definitely used to be like that. Like before we started playing in a band together, I always had these like, oh, this would sound really cool. This would sound fun. This would. And I think I've forgotten so much that because I just didn't have
Didn't have an outlet. Yeah.
yeah, I didn't have a band to work with. And I mean, let's be real. I mean, I can play keyboards, but it's not the same.
Mhm.
I
Right.
can't down a killer guitar riff, but this is not my thing. I can't do it.
Right. You just have to change the settings on the keyboard. You know that, right? You just play the killer riff on the keyboard.
Yeah.
Then you can be a drummer too.
Yeah,
sure.
just
Yeah. Yeah. You pretty much do anything with a keyboard nowadays.
Yeah.
She's shaking her head like she knows, but she has no
I do.
idea.
I do.
How?
Yes.
Oh, she does. She does. Why don't we ask a couple of Zelda questions after? Oh, she wants to braid her hair, so we'll do one more thing that pops in my head. One of our favorite things to talk about is venues. Now you guys are in Texas. What is your favorite local venue to play at?
I'm gonna go to Texas.
Oh,
Do we have a favorite?
I
Favorites?
personally have two.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know about you.
Yeah, go for it.
I personally have two. One of them is Trees.
Absolutely.
Just because it's in the heart of downtown Dallas, like it's
Yeah.
right there. Like I've seen so many people at Trees, like Moss the Flames,
Mhm.
Alpha Wolf,
They always sound great.
Polaris, they were at
Mhm.
Trees. Like it sounds amazing. It's great. It just feels like a venue. The only thing I don't like about Trees is the freaking
The trees.
tree on the stage. There's like a tree on like stage right.
Yeah.
Like it's right in the way of the rest of the stage. And it's like right in front. And it's like,
Yeah.
if that's the only thing that's bad about it, I'll let it go. And then I really like the Rail Club.
Who is Joe Stewart? Do you guys know Joe Stewart?
That is probably
Couple
Jess, our
Joes.
guitarist.
Okay, because he said the exact same thing you did. Trees and Rail Club.
Yeah,
For him as
Jess.
well.
There
It's
it is,
Jess. Yeah.
That's our guitar.
Rail Club has a big stage. It allows us to like move around a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
that one's why that one's my favorite. And the sound's pretty good too.
Yeah, ever since they've done their renovations at the Rail Club, it's been a lot better there. They've been getting some big acts coming through.
Mhm.
And Ethan, is he's part owner or whole owner? How's that working
I think
out?
he's the. Oh,
He's on his way, by the way.
Yeah, he has stake. He's ownership of that in some way. I can't remember exactly.
yeah, he's
but
like the showrunner or co-owner or manager.
Yeah.
Like he's high up in the Rail Club. Like he runs a lot of it
and
basically.
and Ethan's also in charge of the merch shop, which is like a local company that's kind of hosting local bands and giving us a broader audience online, like hosting our merch on websites and stuff.
Mhm.
And they're kind of bringing that to the forefront. They also have events and shows that they set up underneath the merch shop, and he's also in charge of that too. So
That's
Ethan's
awesome.
a really cool dude. Yeah, and
Yeah,
and
you should connect him with us because I'd love to talk to him and see what he's doing, and maybe we can, utilize some of his not steal his ideas, but like with his permission,
Sure.
use some of his ideas, but also help promote what he does and promote the Rail Club as well. We
Absolutely.
do like promoting the venues when we get a chance. It's usually something completely stupid just to kind of be eye catchy to the people,
Mhm.
but it still promotes the venue. Like we just promoted a venue out of Columbus, Ohio. I forget the name of it off the top. My memory is terrible. I'd have to see it. But so they posted an event on their page or whatever. And this guy, his name was Ronnie. I remember that.
John Radke?
Not Ronnie Radke, but his name was Ronnie. He just said pass in the comments or whatever. So they went ahead and wrote this passive aggressive post, the venue, but it was not in a disrespectful way, but just kind of in a hilarity type of way. So
Right.
we went ahead, stole that post, and then put it on our page saying that, oh, Ronnie's not showing up to this show. We regret to inform you that we are also not showing up to this show because Ronnie's not attending. And then I went ahead and made all of their good features sound bad, but in like a sarcastic way. And
Mhm.
it did really well. So if you want to connect them with us, I would love to throw some ideas at him
Sure.
as far as promoting the venue, and then just kind of see what he's doing. Because for that right there sounds like he is doing something different that stands out from the rest. And we love those unique situations.
Yeah, I think that's why he did it, is because like no one else does it.
Mhm.
He, it's kind of cool. It's a nice little. I mean, you get some exposure from it. You get put on like any shows that he books from for the merch shop. He lets all of
Right.
the artists under him be like, hey, the show's coming through. I need some bands, and like we're like first contact for him. So
Mhm.
that's nice
That's
too.
awesome. For sure. Excuse me. Now, I did want to talk about Dallas a little bit while she's still braiding her hair, taking her dear sweet time. Typical little girl stuff. My sister actually lives outside of Dallas. I forget the actual name of the town.
Go to Texas.
I forget the actual name of the town, but I know it's right outside of McKinney.
Okay. Yeah.
So the last time, not the last time I was down there, but in 2020, when the world shut down and everybody was going crazy,
Mhm.
I decided to travel, and I
I
traveled.
did decide that.
No, I did it by
No.
myself.
Oh, yeah, we were with mom.
Yeah, you were with mom. Anyways, I decided to travel, and I actually went skydiving for the first time out there at Skydive Dallas.
I would love to do that. I've always wanted to do that. I want to
Dude,
skydive.
I mean, Skydive Dallas, they put on an excellent program. They're very particular on the way they teach you how to jump out of the plane, and they make sure that their safety procedures are top notch. It's one of my favorite places to jump, to be honest with you.
That's
It looks good.
I
So yeah, we're promoting Skydive Dallas. They don't even know it. They'll probably never see this. But
Absolutely.
it's if you're watching this and you're in the Dallas area and you want to go skydiving,
You should go.
they do a wonderful job. Their facility is clean. It's huge. It's wonderful. Just absolutely love that place. Are you ready to start talking?
No, I'm still stretching.
I'm just gonna hand her the mic anyway. Fine, I'm gonna ask her questions.
Is that an Autumn Lies
Would you-
Buried flag?
It is. It is. The drummer had it posted up behind his drum set,
Oh, that's sweet.
and we're good friends with them. And so I saw it, and I'm like, hey, I want that. He's like, it's
I've seen
yours.
a lot of them online.
Mhm.
Yeah, they do wonderful.
I'm still stretching.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start asking your questions, but yeah, they're a wonderful group of guys. They're easy to talk to. They're down to earth. But yeah, I said I want that, and he's like, you can have it. I ended up, we agreed on a price, and he shipped it out 6 months after we agreed on the price. But
That's
I
awesome.
always pick on him for that. But yeah, they're awesome. We love them so much. So I'm gonna use one of Zelda's questions. She's probably gonna hit me, even though she's been dilly-dallying this whole time. But one of her first questions she always likes to ask is, "What is your favorite movie?"
I'll go first. My favorite movie is The Shawshank Redemption.
Really? I didn't know that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Okay.
And yeah, I've loved it ever since I was young. And I think it was a big inspiration for me. And looking at things like the writing of it is really good. Not, of course, the acting's great too, Morgan Freeman and all that. But yeah, every time I go back to that film, it hits me in a certain way, and I'm reminded. I'm like, yeah, this one's my favorite. What's funny is I've also got another favorite, but it's the antithesis of that.
I know what that one is.
Yeah, Step Brothers. That's my favorite comedy.
Yeah.
You got one that's super serious and one that's just outlandish.
Wow. I didn't know it's Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Hmm.
I think mine's, oh man. I want to say Pulp Fiction. Like, that's a big one for me. I love Pulp Fiction.
Mhm.
At the same time, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the original Star Wars.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
those would be my two, I think.
Hmm.
Those are all really good. Hold on, let me say my thing and then I'll give it back.
Just like Shawshank.
Her favorite movie is Barney with Friends. She doesn't
No.
even.
Barney
Yeah.
with Friends, the movie with the egg, because that one's pretty good actually. That's a good movie.
That's a good movie. I've never seen it either. I probably did when I was little.
But
But yeah, my favorites are it's kind of a combination of different movies. I've got three. Because the first two I can't decide which one I love the most. And they're both Russell Crowe. It's going to be Gladiator and A Beautiful Mind. It's a toss up between those two. And then my third one is Hot Rod. So I'm kind of, there's serious movies and then there's the goofy. Yeah, Hot Rod.
I love Hot Rod.
is such a good movie.
How about
What is your favorite movie right now? What movie are you getting ready to watch with mommy for your birthday? What are you excited about? What movie's coming out?
the elemental?
The Elemental. I didn't get a chance to see that one yet, but
No,
you, know,
not in the ad.
you went with your other mom. Well, yeah,
No,
because
we won't with Ben's parents.
you went with Ben's parents. But yeah, that one I heard was really good as
It
well.
was.
So it's a cartoon. I think it's a Pixar
And
Elemental. I think it's there's
Yeah, I did see that one recently.
elements like fire
It's a
and
Disney-
water or
yeah.
something. Disney Pixar.
Fire,
series.
water, earth, and
Mhm.
I was telling you.
Oh,
I haven't seen Elemental yet.
It's pretty good.
Have you
I would
seen
say it's in. Yeah, I just watched it last week. I think it's in my top 5 that I've seen this year so far.
Me and Mom are still
Really
agreeing
enjoyed it.
for a movie what we haven't seen before.
I think you guys were talking about going to see the Barbie movie.
I was, but we're gonna be with
Yeah.
Mom. Zed
I want
wants
to see Barbie.
I want to see Barbie.
I want to see.
If it's anything like the Barbies from Toy Stories, then I really want to see Barbie.
She's Barbie?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie? Yeah.
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 Is she?
Yeah,
Think so.
she's,
I think
she's
that's
Barbie.
right.
Yeah.
That's gonna be good.
I want to see Barbie
Yeah.
for sure.
Spotlight's on you. What's your next question?
What do I usually say next?
You usually ask. Board game, video game, book.
We have two more minutes now.
Okay, then ask them. Well, we're not gonna ask. Ask those
Is
later.
he here?
No, he's not here.
Get him on. Get him
Oh,
on the
let me
track.
see this one. Joe says Harry Potter, The Matrix, Remembering the Titans, Tombstone, Ready to Rumble, and Basketball.
Oh, basketball. Yeah.
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, we had a very heated debate about the Matrix the other day, so
Yeah.
I knew he was going to say that. Not
Yeah.
heated. We were debating about the Matrix. That's what it was.
Hmm.
You only fist fought for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's only 10 minutes. Yeah.
Am I asking you questions?
I guess you are.
What question would you like next?
Game,
She's usually not this weird, but she's always.
games.
She wants to know what your favorite board game or video game is.
Okay.
So one of my favorite video games is Kingdom Hearts.
I like
Just
it too.
1 and 2. I love them both. Board games. I played a lot of board games as a kid. I would have to say, oh gosh, maybe Life.
Yeah, life is good.
Life,
Mhm.
maybe. Or no, Trouble. I like
Trouble?
Trouble. I like Trouble.
Is that the one where it pops
Yeah,
up?
the
when
little
you-
pop thing.
I do like that one.
Yeah.
Even though it made me really mad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%.
We need to get the game Trouble. I want to see what.
Trouble is fun.
I've never played it.
Sorry is also
I
fun.
love Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry is fun.
I like whatever board game I can figure out how to cheat and not get caught at.
There you go.
This is why you're a cheater. At the
Hey,
game.
I don't cheat at anything else in life. Might as well cheat at board games.
You-
I like the games where I can just really upset people with whatever I choose to do.
Right.
Monopoly's another one that you can just.
Even though I'm not
Screw
12, for
people
me
over.
to get that game, what is red apples, green apples?
Apples to apples.
Yeah, apples to apples.
Apples to
And we
apples
can
is
play.
fun.
I want to play a board game or like watch a movie and have a family night with you guys before we go.
That sounds fun.
Tonight?
Yeah.
It's already past your bedtime.
You said
You're s-
I can stay up at 10. I seriously asked you while this was going on.
I know. No, but she's usually in bed by 9 o'clock. But
No,
yes,
Mom says 10.
tonight.
No, she says 10.
Well, because it's summer, but usually she's in bed by 9 o'clock.
Exactly.
You're on summertime.
We're on summertime, and
I can't wait until
when we do the
summertime.
interviews, this late for us. That's
I
why
can stay.
we don't like to go past 8 o'clock our time, just because of her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to go past tonight.
Well, you got to keep asking questions. Rob, did you ever say your video game?
Oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts. Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts. And then
Alex.
Alex, yeah.
Alex.
So cute to yours.
No, favorite video game?
Yeah.
That's tough.
probably Zelda related.
Actually, it is. It's The Legend of Zelda,
Oh.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
That's a good one.
Uh-huh.
I have yet to play those. My wife has a Switch, but I haven't played Zelda since I was a child on the.
Mhm.
Did Zeke have a DS and did he play Legend of Zelda?
He did have a DS. He did play Zelda game. I think he had Ocarina of Time on the DS.
Yeah, because I remember him having a DS
Yes.
and then him playing Zelda.
And we ended up. They make these cutouts for the Nintendo DS. I don't even think those are around anymore. But they made these cutouts, and we actually got a Star Wars one. That was a sticker that went over the face of the
Oh, that's
So
DS.
cool.
That is cool.
I
It was
don't
pretty
remember
neat.
that one.
He got it for Christmas.
I don't remember. How do you remember that? And I don't.
I don't.
Probably because I
have
was a
no
little
idea.
girl.
I have no idea. I don't remember. Like I forgot Alex's name 3 times.
He
So I just
did.
kind of point and then. I
Hey,
say
you.
Rob.
A long-haired one.
My
Yeah.
memory is terrible, but when it comes to like long term,
The squishy.
I remember. Joe says there's 4. Rob, I'll put you through a table. I assume that's the Matrix debate.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It's because I don't like Matrix 4 or Resurrections or whatever it's
Right.
called,
And neither do I.
and he likes it. Which you like whatever you want. I'm just saying I don't like it. So
I only like the first 2 personally.
That's fair.
that's fair.
Yeah.
The third one I usually just put on
Hmm.
to
As
to
bad.
end it. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
But then he said for his game, Conqueror's Bad Fur Day.
I figured you'd say that too.
What is that?
It's a Nintendo 64 game where like you play as a squirrel, right? And like it's very similar to like Mario 64, where it's like you're running around and you're like fighting little enemies. So, like it's kind of a kid. Well, it looks like a kid's game, but it is not a kid's game.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
I mean, he fights like a giant toilet. Like, I mean, there's just like it's crazy. It's really funny, but
It's not a bad game.
yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah,
It's really funny, but I knew he was gonna say that.
absolutely.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's an old Nintendo 64 game, like 1999 or whatever.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, we always had the NES, and then from the NES we went straight to PlayStation,
Nice.
and then never straight away until I became an adult and bought an Xbox.
Mm.
Yeah, you did do that. And then mom bought one. Or did you buy her one?
Mommy,
No.
the other mom?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
I think mom bought one because she was always.
Oh, yeah, that was mine. And then
Oh, and
when
she stole
we
it.
got divorced, she kept it. I didn't take anything except for my clothes.
Close.
That's about it.
There's no way mom would like.
I remember when I got my PlayStation 2, the reason I got it was so I could play Guitar Hero.
I got
We-
mine so I could play Dave Mira.
I wanna,
DMX.
I wanna, I
I
wanna
played that as well. Yep.
play guitar. Hero.
Want to talk about it?
That was why, not why I got my PS2,
Hmm.
but like the Blockbuster down the street from me, like they stopped carrying PS1 games. And
Yeah.
my grandma was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And like the next month, I think it was, she bought me the Guitar Hero like full
Deluxe
pack.
package, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh yes, I get to play Guitar Hero finally."
Dude, that was everything back then.
Yeah.
Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Joe
Trying
says
to-
your first mistake was buying an Xbox.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put him through a table, I think.
He deserves it. It's fine.
But why don't we move on to the next question? And then we asked the movies, we asked board game, video games. Why don't you hold the microphone so it doesn't echo?
I'm gonna say book. What's your favorite book?
Favorite book.
Hmm.
I'll let you go first.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
One fish, red fish, two fish.
I read that the other day.
man.
One fish,
Oh,
I said it completely wrong.
red fish, blue fish.
literally every book that I've ever read has flown out of my mind at this point. Like, I have no idea what books I've read now. Crap.
I'll go first.
Go for it, because I'm totally lost.
I've been recently reading this book called As a Man Thinketh.
Okay.
And I forget who the author is. I picked it up on a whim somewhere. And it's just chock full of wisdom. And I've been reading a little bit every day and just kind of like whatever little nuggets of truth are in there, I've been trying to apply it to my day to day. Like I'll wake up and kind of like think about it and be like, all right, maybe I can process this a little differently. Just a little insight to how we think and why we process things the way we do. And the more insight you have about it, the more control you can have over your actions and the way that you do things in your day to day. It's pretty cool.
You told me about that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten around to reading that one yet. I don't know. I don't know if you know Aragon, the books. I love those.
But I know what they are.
Those are great. And then I think my favorite author is Edgar Allan Poe. So literally, I have his full collection that I just like to read, all of his poetry, his stories, his all of his little jot downs and stuff like that. Like I love reading that.
Y'all, this stuff is good.
What's your favorite book, Dad?
Well, when I was little, anything by Shel Silverstein was my favorite. They're
Oh,
just little
Oh yes.
poems, Where the Sidewalk Ends, The Giving Tree, Light in the Attic, all of those books. As I got older, I stopped reading because I'm extremely ADHD and it's really hard for me to focus. But I do once in a while pick up a book, and I'll have to say I really like, again, all of the adult books left my brain as well.
It's like it's just
Just like Rob.
you don't do it often enough, I guess, that you just don't. It doesn't stay with
Well,
you.
I had it there. Well, who wrote The Stand?
Stephen King.
Stephen King. Stephen King is an excellent author. I've read The Stand. I've read a series of books that he's written. But the Harry Potter books are really good. Joe said the Harry Potter books
Mhm.
and the Mortal Instrument series and all of the side books to go with that. And then he also said the Percy Jackson books were good too.
Oh, yeah, I've heard the books are pretty good. I've never read them. I did not like the on-screen adaptation.
It was awful. It was so bad.
Yeah.
The movie. No.
Yeah. The books are pretty decent, but the movie was awful. Well, if you compare it,
Right.
if you compare it to the book,
Well, I was gonna say I've never read the book and I like the movie, so
yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
If
There
you,
you
if
go.
you like, I even liked the first movie
Mhm.
as long as I separated it from the book. I was
Right.
like, well,
well, that's how it was with me and Harry Potter.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
that didn't happen. That's not right,
yeah. The movie was good as long as I didn't think about the book and what happens.
Yep. I did
And-
read the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit series as well. Those were really good as well. I liked those.
I've never read those. I want to, but I've
Mhm.
never actually read them.
Same.
Yeah. You're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna compare the book to the movie and you're gonna be like, what is this? But at the same time, both are excellent. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
the whole point, I mean, the whole idea is to try to get as accurate as possible when making the movies. If they were to put every little detail from the book into the movies, it'd be a 6-hour movie instead of a 3-hour movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I'm okay with that, but I feel like the general populace is not. So I understand.
Yeah, like I always try, especially if it's a book to movie, I try and be like, well, I get they're gonna have to change things because you can't have a 6 hour long movie.
Right.
And so I'm like, it's okay. We'll see what they change, and as long as it works, it works.
Well,
Yeah.
but that's also like in the Harry Potter series where they split the
Yeah.
book,
Mhm.
and did 2 different movies. So, I mean, it makes sense. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I said, what if they made the movie first and then they made the book intentionally?
That never happens. Usually the movies are inspired by the books. But you've got a couple books here. Did you want to share what
Anymore. I didn't read these.
yeah. That's not spelled right. Oh, this must be when we were little, it looked different. The Berenstain Bears.
Bears.
Here we go.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, I swear to God, it was EIN, not AIN.
I agree.
You know, somebody posted on
What?
Facebook yesterday. One of the other what are these things called?
Mandela effects.
Mandela effects. Somebody posted on Facebook the other day. They picked up a shirt from Goodwill,
Hmm.
and you know one of the Mandela effects is Fruit of the Loom never had the cornucopia.
Mm-hmm.
They picked up a shirt from Goodwill. It had the cornucopia in the tag where the tag goes.
I totally saw that. And
They're like, see,
people are tearing it up though, saying that it's been photoshopped. And so
it didn't look photoshopped. to
you
me.
don't know who to believe.
It's time to make a Goodwill trip.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So when we were in school, my teacher read to us, Shallow.
Shiloh's a good book. Oh, I
Shiloh.
guess now that I'm thinking about it fully, my favorite book of all time was actually Where the Red Fern Grows.
Okay.
Yeah, that made me cry as a kid.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I did. It did. It does. It did.
Yeah.
Probably still would.
hmm
What is Shiloh? I've never heard of that one.
It's another dog, book about a dog.
hmm
Have you heard of that one?
I think I've seen a movie version of that. I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, it's the same
Okay, so it's
Okay.
based on there you go, based on a book. Again.
Okay.
for sure.
That's cool.
All right, my turn. We got about, I don't know, a little over 15 minutes left. She wants to go over. So if you guys don't mind being a few minutes over, we still got to eat dinner because we haven't done that yet.
We haven't either.
Why do you make that face?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't we eat
You
dinner
food
first
gross.
and then?
Because we were busy. We were driving and then we're setting up for this.
I can't we have snacks for dinner.
Your brother made macaroni and cheese.
Seriously?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And hot dogs.
Seriously?
That's what I told him to make. Mommy's 9. She went to sleep. 9.
Why couldn't he make that when we were setting up the meeting and then we could have it?
Because
The
it's your
dinner's
brother.
ready already.
You're ready already.
I am ready.
Let's turn back to the music side. What does the future look for you guys?
Well, so far, we have an EP coming out in October.
Sweet.
Uh,
Mhm.
the Resurrection and One Last Breath were the two singles off of that EP. We'll probably do another single. I
Yeah.
just don't know when yet.
Mhm.
We've
Totally.
tentatively for like September time.
Mhm.
But yeah, the EP is coming out in October, and then continue to play some shows.
Got 3 shows in August.
Yeah, 3 shows in
Nice.
August.
Are they local or are you going out of state?
They're local. We're actually I just got announced today, I guess we could say it, right?
Yeah.
We're opening for Convictions.
Nice.
August 9th,
9th.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, August
Mhm.
9th. We're
Where's that at?
It is in Fort Worth at a bar called Tulips.
Yeah, 2.
Okay.
I've never played there. I'm excited to play there.
Same. Yeah, it's
So
cool.
it'll be nice. And then we've got the other 2 at a bar in Dallas, O'Reilly's.
Oh yeah, O'Reilly's. Mhm.
And then we haven't been announced for the 3rd one, so not technically. So
Pending.
yeah, we should
Pending-
shouldn't say it
pending.
yet, but it should be announced tomorrow. So
Yeah,
I just got a message just sitting here like it should be announced tomorrow.
that's gonna be a pretty big one too. It's gonna be fun. A lot of fun.
It'll be a big one, so that'll be fun.
Now, have you guys played outside of Texas yet? I mean, Texas is its own country already. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, not yet. That is on the horizon. There have
Mhm.
been discussions about it. We have plans early next year.
Nice.
It's in the works for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Did you want to ask your big question while I think of another one?
Which one?
The big question.
BB or N?
What does that even mean? Or N? Silver or N?
Silver N.
Okay. You can ask both if you'd like. They're both your big questions.
Sure. I don't know which one to start on.
Do the N first.
Okay. Is he here?
He's not here.
Okay. Get him on here.
Go
I'm
on.
not going to Nebraska to be knock on his door and be like, hey.
We have a meeting.
Yeah.
Text
I'll
him.
have to send him my schedule so he's more aware. He hasn't been
He hasn't.
I'll shout him out on Facebook and tell him you're mad at him.
Right now.
I can't. We're busy.
No.
I can't. We're busy. Well, ask your question.
No. No. No.
Yeah, then I'll ask you. Okay. Whatever you want.
Who would win in a fight against a full-size grizzly bear and a full-size silverback gorilla?
Mm. Grizzly bear.
Hmm.
It depends. Are they allowed any weaponry?
No, but she likes to put him in the city. If that makes a difference to you.
I think it does make a difference. I'm gonna go grizzly bear.
I'm going gorilla.
Okay,
I
well.
think the gorilla would win.
It's been a while since we've heard a grizzly bear one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we always like to give a little fun facts about both
You
animals.
almost forget what to say there.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Did you?
I was gonna say tidbits and then I changed my mind halfway through the sentence.
That's what.
But we like to give fun facts about both animals. So anyways, Joe says grizzly, I think. Yep.
Well,
So
bear.
a full-size grizzly bear, it stands anywhere from like 4 to 5 feet on all fours.
Mhm.
Okay. They get when they're in fighting mode, they're on the back 2 legs. And they stand anywhere from 8 to 9 feet at that point. They weigh anywhere from 800 to 1,000 pounds. And then their claws are anywhere from 3 to 4 inches long. There's so much more facts that we could give, but I don't know
You
them.
don't know.
Those are like the basics that we like to give.
What'd you say?
I just said it all.
Oh,
Were you not paying attention?
no.
A full size silverback gorilla stands anywhere from 5 to 6 feet tall. They do have the opposable
I
thumbs.
didn't want to say that. You already did.
They have opposable thumbs. They're pretty much solid muscle and they're extremely intelligent. So she always likes to likes me to give those facts to see if it sways anybody's answers. We can write them down and put them on the wall.
Let's do that. Because here's my side. That's your
Okay.
side.
I still think I'm staying gorilla. I think, especially in a city environment,
Mhm.
they'll use the environment around them. The grizzly bear is going to be more
That
focused
is
on.
not allowed.
Mm.
That
It's not
is not-
allowed. Why you put them in the city then?
Here, fine. Desert.
The desert.
Okay,
that's a
that's
totally
fair.
different
That's
story.
fine. Like,
No trees to climb up or
I think the
anything.
grizzly bear would hit the gorilla with a cactus or something at that
There
point.
you go.
Opposite of what I just said.
Or the Antarctic.
Because
gorilla
the,
with grizzly cactus.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the gorilla's got opposable thumbs. And the-
Yeah.
Right. And the gorilla might be a little more swift than the grizzly in that regard.
Yeah.
Got opposable thumbs. I mean, there's that.
Yeah.
What if the cactus is poking him? Just use a sock.
A sock?
Put socks on his hand.
Put socks on his hands before he grabs it.
They're pretty smart.
Joe says still grizzly.
Yeah.
His opinion doesn't matter.
All right, let's do your next question. We're waiting on you. Oh, say it. We're running out of time. Joel.
How do you prefer your nachos?
How do I prefer my nachos? How do you prefer nachos?
My nachos.
I think that's what she said.
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Nachos.
Very cheesy.
Honestly, chips, cheese, maybe some jalapeno. And I'm
Okay.
good.
Okay.
I'm good.
But what kind of cheese?
Mm.
Direct cheese.
I like mozzarella mixed with cheddar. I'm kind of weird.
I like that, like that Mexa blend.
You like a Mexican?
You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Like, where it's got like three different colors or whatever.
Seasoning
I
on it.
like this.
Yeah.
I like the stretchy cheese because it makes me feel like it's actually not cheese.
Nice. I
Yes,
like
the
Cheese is good. Yeah,
the stretchy cheese is the best.
absolutely.
Are you gonna tell them about your friend Orion?
Nacho King?
No. In Dying Arms. How does he prefer his nachos?
Breakfast nachos.
Breakfast nachos.
So
I hope
Orion,
he's not
Orion's
watching this. I hope he's not watching this.
why? Because you forgot. So Orion Stevens from In Dying Arms gave the most crazy answer that we've ever
We-
heard.
Tomorrow we're no, not tomorrow.
No, we'll have to
Next
do
week
it.
when
sometime.
you get us. No, next time when we come home. No,
One of these days.
one of these days, give me some breakfast nachos.
We'll work on it.
I'd
So breakfast nachos, he does chorizo.
just
and
all
then
breakfast stuff.
Basically,
It's
Okay.
it's faster to say that.
I was giving ingredients in case they wanted to try it. He basically takes a breakfast burrito and puts it over nachos without the tortilla.
Or that.
Sounds good to me.
Or
You know
with the
what?
tortilla. With the tortillas or the chips.
I'm trying that.
Mm-hmm.
100%. I'm gonna try that soon.
It's a
That sounds
breakfast.
amazing.
It does sound amazing. And then
With the chorizo.
he adds queso and stuff like that.
That sounds
We need some nachos.
amazing.
Being very
Give
demanding.
me nachos now.
All right, let me have this.
Ah.
Yeah, we're pretty much out of time. I don't know why I'm sitting like that.
No.
The last thing that we always like to do with these is, we've been goofing off for pretty much the last hour. We got to know you guys a little bit. But we need to make sure that whoever's watching this is able to find your music, buy your merch, find you on socials. So just do a little self-promotion. How can we do all of these things? If you want to talk about the shows coming up again, that way there's a reminder and dates and stuff. Just whatever you want, really.
I'll start us off. I was just going to say that this EP that's coming out this fall wouldn't be what it is without David Southern. He's been our producer. He's done the mixing and the mastering for this thing. And working together with him has been incredible. It's been a great experience. He's a really good dude. He used to play in the White Noise. I don't know if you guys remember the White Noise, but he played for them, and now he's hitting it pretty hard on the production side of things, and he's doing a lot of artists around here, producing them, mixing and mastering projects, and working with him has been awesome. And just want to give a shout out to him. He's definitely somebody that you might want to check in with and see what's going on.
For sure. Yeah. Send me his info and we'll definitely reach out to him.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And you can follow us. We've got all of the socials.
Yeah, all of them.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, even though Twitter, is Twitter.
Yeah.
TikTok even.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are either at From the Tides or at From the Tides Band. We have our if you go to our Instagram or Facebook even, we'll have there's a link tree. You just click that. It's got links to all of our socials.
Yeah, I think it's just Linktree From the Tides.
Linktree From the Tides.
Okay.
So everything's there.
Yeah, and we're getting some merch online soon.
Yeah, we're finishing up all the LLC stuff.
Yeah, we're finishing up some business end stuff and the website stuff, and
should have those up pretty quick here.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we also have some merch on the merch shop. I think it's the merchshop.co, right? Could be wrong about that, but it's all on our link tree.
Yeah, we have got a merch shop exclusive shirt. You can only get it from them.
Right.
It's a really cool one. I really like the design.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and follow us on socials. We're dropping our EP in October. It's kind of a concept EP, kind of not. You can take it as you want it to.
Right.
But yeah, it's gonna be we've worked on this really hard, and I think we're really all very, very proud of how this all turned out. Especially, with One Last Breath getting the reaction it's been getting so far. It's great.
Yeah.
Everyone's loving it. So.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I was impressed from what I heard. I try to listen to whoever I'm interviewing. I try to listen to day of, because if I don't, again, my memory, I'll be like, yeah, I remember listening to that, but I don't remember what it sounds like, so I like to do day of, just to make sure I'm fresh in the brain. And what we heard today, we were super impressed. I've got 5 kids, and I had the 3 little ones with me today, and they were all bobbing their head and having a good time. So they approve. So that's kind of huge, because they're all music nerds, and they'll most likely tell me, I hate this, or I love this, or whatever. Not that I would tell you that if they hated it, but they really did enjoy it. So
it makes us feel great.
Yeah. But yeah, did you want to close with anything? Did you have anything you wanted to say? Hinkle, Finkel, Dinkle Doo, something like that. Did you guys ever watch Rugrats growing up?
I did not. You watch Rugrats?
A little bit, yeah.
I didn't.
Well, there was one episode where they had like a pet caterpillar or bug or something like that, and it ended up dying. And Rugrats are a bunch of toddlers basically running around. Well, they put it in a box, and they did a funeral, and they were like, "Does anybody have any last words?" And one of the kids was like, "Hinkle, Finkel, Dinkle Doo." That's a good show. I mean, I'm a '90s kid. I grew up in the '90s, so like all of that '90s stuff was.
I feel that. Rob and I both loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a new one coming out.
There is. I
And
really want
Yeah.
to watch
My
it.
son showed me the trailer. I'm like, nope,
No, I don't like it.
not interested. It
Yeah.
might be good. It probably is good,
Dad wants
but
to watch it. I want to watch it. Mom might want to watch it. That might be one of my birthday presents. Well, it's past my birthday, but
you
it's
don't
a
get
week
no
past
birthday.
my birthday.
But anyways, we can keep rambling on for hours about random stuff, but
For sure.
we really appreciate having you guys on tonight. Thanks for working with us on the time. I know it was a little later than what we originally planned, but life happens sometimes. And
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
we always, I would rather push it out a little bit than to completely cancel or have to reschedule. So,
For sure.
but yeah, you're welcome. We loved having you guys on. We had a lot of fun. And we
Us too.
can't wait to see everything you guys are going to do. I think you guys are going to go pretty far.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
But yeah, you guys have a wonderful night. You take care. Okay.
You too.
You too. Y'all be well.
Thanks. All right.
Bye.